Welcome to my channel. My name is Ra, and today's video is my first video. And the reason why I'm making this in the first place is because I've been through a weight loss journey, and in that weight loss journey, I learned so much. And I see so many others that want to do the same thing, but I see them get the wrong advice. I see personal trainers, people who even on videos, not give the critical steps to actually even go through such a journey itself. I mean, I've gone through my own experience, and in my own experience, I have lost over 160 pounds. I've lost over 70 kilograms, and for me to do this, there was a first few steps that I had to take in order to actually get myself ready to do something like that. I mean, at the end of the day, there's not that many people out there that have been through a weight loss journey and then that's gained muscle and then is going to show you how to do it. A lot of personal trainers, a lot of people that you get advice from have probably never even been overweight in their lives. And it's not easy to explain something to someone how to do if you've never been through it yourself. And because I've been through it so much, I just want to share my knowledge with everyone out there who may struggle, who may need some extra help or some advice, anything to help, I would say. And what I would definitely say from my own experience, the first critical step in order to lose weight, well, this goes for anything. This goes for any sort of element of life if you want to look at. And this is mindset. Mindset is everything. It doesn't matter what you want to achieve in life. If you don't have the right mindset, you will never achieve it. Now, with weight loss, with my journey, mindset, it was the first thing that I looked at. I didn't look at, I'm going straight into the gym. I was going to get my mind prepared for this. Now, what I did, I walked up to my mirror in my living room downstairs and I basically looked at myself and I said, this is the vision. I'm sick of it. I'm done. I've had enough. I've gone way past what I should be. People laugh at me now. People say I should be wearing sports bras. Like I'm looking so big. And I went way past 22 stones I got to. And I was literally close to probably if diabetes or a heart attack. And that's where I was leading. My life was all about going out, eating so much, going clubs, drinking, doing the whole shazam. And it cost me a lot and it took me a lot to actually regain what I never even had. And the first thing I actually did was walk up to this mirror, say to myself, this is enough. I'm done. I'm sick of this. I can't do this anymore. I need to have a vision. I need to have a plan. I need to do something. And what I decided to do was talk to myself in the mirror, like I'm just saying, like I'm telling myself, like, listen, this is what you're going to do. This is the plan. That's the dream. You're going to work, and work on it. And you're going to make sure you get there no matter what. And that was the first thing I did. I spoke to myself in the mirror. I got my mind set for this goal. I got it prepared to say, this is what we're going to do. We're going to do this right now. Now, after that, I walked out, went to go see my friend, and he actually invited me to a takeaway that actually does, well, it's basically KFC it was. And he's there at the till asking me what I want to eat. And I'm like, I'm starting a diet. I'm going to lose weight. He laughed, literally bursted out laughing, said, stop it, shut up, I'll get you something. You're joking, you're never gonna do that. Literally, it was sound impossible. So it is something that in his head that would never exist. And I'm guessing for so many others out there, were the same. They would never thought I would do such a thing. And I said no. And once you've got your mindset switched to no, I'm not having this, no, and you put control into there and say no, and you're controlling yourself. That's the main step. That is the first step, is getting that mindset to that state where you're saying, no, this is my goal. I can't do that. No, you're being disciplined. And if you do that, that is going to be the first best thing you do. Because no matter what we do in life, whether it's food, whether it's anything. It could be anything. If we don't have control in these things, then that thing will only consume you. It will only kill you. And that's why food could have killed me. And this is where you have to have that mindset to start with and say, I'm not doing this anymore. I've had enough. Second thing I did was then I started substituting. I started going to gym. I started doing exercise. It was home exercise I started doing first. But, but at the beginning, I started substituting. Now, what I've learned from losing so much weight is when you're really overweight, your body adapts. And this is going to be one of my most important words that I'm going to say. Adapting, adapt is most important. The whole universe goes through adapting. We all have to adapt. Universes have to adapt. Solar systems, humans, insects, animals, everything has to adapt. If it don't adapt, it gets consumed. It goes. It doesn't exist. Now, why I'm actually using adapt so much is because you need to adapt to this new lifestyle you're going to take. And now, people will make videos and say, yeah, you have to have these carbs, you have to go this clean, you have to get yourself so clean and eating so much clean so quick. Yeah, that's true. You could go really, really clean and you could cut off so many carbs. You can cut off all these things and go on to the most healthiest plan. Yeah, that's fine. But what people don't know, or what people don't think about is you're pushing someone from all the way here to all the way there, and doing that is not that easy. Anybody that quits something or stops doing something, they don't do it in an instant. It's never done like that. It's always done in the best way of lowering it down slowly and slowly. And that would be my other piece of advice, is to substitute. You don't need to go super crazy straight away. When I lost my first 5-6 stones of weight, they went quick. And I'll be honest, the things that I were eating was never the best, but what I realized and learned was, because my body was used to eating so much, and I added a bit of exercise, and then I added better food. And when I say better food, I wouldn't say healthy food. I would say it was less. It was less of what I was eating. I was eating less of this. I was eating less of that. If I was going to have, let's say, before, when I was very big, before I started to lose weight, if I was going to eat, I would have a 12-inch pizza, let's say. I'll have an extra large chips. But then when I started dieting, and if I was in a scenario where I had to eat something like that, I'll control myself. I'll probably have 2-3 slices, a little bit of chips. But even in that way, what I've done, I still lost weight because my body was overweight. So because it was so overweight and it was never used to doing exercise or gym, and exercise and gym had its factor where I would be burning more calories, but then I would also be eating less where I'll be burning more calories. So you could start it off. I'm not saying do your whole way like this, but I'm saying ease yourself in. And the reason why I'm using this word adapt so much is because your body will adapt through whatever you put it through. And that is as simple as that. And when you adapt to eating less, exercising more, you're only going to get used to that. So then when you start getting more into your journey, you start getting more intense, and more intense. And that's what you want to do. Where you get to the stage where it's really intense. And that's where I got to. I got to the stage where, yeah, I need to go super intense now, because if I have just one chip or a few chips, that's it, my day's over. So it's about how much weight you want to lose. Not everybody wants to lose everything, every little cell of fat in their skin. Some people just don't. Some people just want to lose a few stones. Some people want to just use a few pounds. It depends what you want to do. And it can be done on however way you want, like I said, as long as you adapt, substitute, and you have that control in your mindset of saying yes, no, no, no. And that's the really big main factors when it comes to it. And you realize your stomach will adapt. So I could eat about 5,000-6,000 calories before. Now I have my about 2,000, 2,500. The only reason why I've got to that is because I didn't go straight from 6,000 to 2,500. It was because I went slowly down, getting my body used to it, getting my body used to it. 1 day, 2 days. You know, when people think that you want to get on a diet, yeah, the first day, the second day is crazy. I mean, when when I'm when I start a diet, and sometimes even I have my days where I've gone off and I have some junk food and I eat too bad and I've got sidetracked, and then I'm there trying to get back on a diet. But what you need to do is slowly build yourself back in. But when you want to put yourself on that diet, there's key things you must do. Like, you must go through a night, 2 nights of horror. Now, the first 2 nights of going on a diet is the most horrible. But the best thing is after 2 days, when it gets to your third, your fourth, after that, I'm being honest, it's so much easier. So much easier. Because what happens? Your body adapts, and that's it. Your body adapts to a smaller, shrunken stomach, doesn't need to eat as much. So your body's not expecting to eat that much. So that's the reason why. And again, there's other ways of fast-ring metabolism, which I'll talk about another time. But the main thing is to substitute and eat less. And once you've gone through those 2 horrible nights, like me, myself, when I diet and I go through my first 2 days, I'll be in bed dreaming of carbs, thinking of carbs. Carbs are dancing around my head. Honestly, I cannot go sleep. I want carbs. I either want probably sugar. It's these things, they do kick in. But the first 2 days, they're quite horrible like that, where you struggle. But after that, I promise you, after that, third, fourth, fifth day, after that, it's so easy. It becomes so easy because your body's adapted to it now. Your stomach's shrunk, and now you can actually maintain that. So before, when I would eat, I could eat at 10 o'clock at night, 11 o'clock at night, and I'll be gaining weight the next day, of course, because look how late I'm actually eating. Now I'm used to eating. If I'm going to sleep at 10 o'clock, my latest last meal is at 5, 6, and my body's used to that. Before it wanted to eat and go to sleep an hour later. Now I can actually eat and stay awake for 4 or 5 hours easily and still not feel hungry, and or have carbs haunting me, or have ice creams chasing me whilst I'm trying to sleep. I can actually just go to sleep. And that's the thing. Once you get into that mindset of actually just being adapted to it now, you're used to it, you're on the ball. Honestly, you don't need to fall off. You are on it. You are on the journey. Day by day, you will lose weight. You will lose more fat, and it will happen. It depends how fast you want to do it, and how fast you want to do it is how intense you're going to do it. So it's all on you, on how intense you want it. At the end of the day, we all have our own visions for ourselves of how we like to be. So you'd want to be how you want to be. You wouldn't want the same goals as anyone else that's probably going to the gym 6 days a week and going crazy. You know, we don't all have the same dreams. And that's the main few steps I would definitely say that helps so much when it comes to this. That takes you so much further. My last step will be consistency. Now, consistency is everything because you've got the mindset now. You've adapted, you've substituted, you've got control in there. Another thing I would pinpoint is consistency. Consistency is the main thing at the end, because when you've got the mindset, you've got your mindset on to say, that's it, I'm done, I'm losing weight, I'm going on this journey, or I'm doing this, whatever goal you have. This goes for anything. That's the best thing about this principle. When you have that urge and that fire to say, that's it, I am going for it now, I am going crazy. What doesn't matter what happens, I am doing whatever it takes to get this done. That is going to be your fire. That's what's going to keep you going. Now, the adapting and the substituting is going to be from control. And then the adapting is going to adapt all your stomach, how you eat, the patterns. So it's going to make you so much more easier. So after 2 days or 3 days, after 2 or 3 days of having nightmares of carbs and ice creams literally chasing you, you're going to start being on the ball. You're going to be on the journey, and you're not going to stop. Honestly, it'll be so easy after that. You could do it day by day by day, and every day you'll be losing weight. And that's the consistency. Now, the problem will come where the day is when you decide to fall off. When you fall off, it's not as easy to get back on. And I can tell you that for free, honestly. And what the best thing to always do in something like this is stick to the ball. Just stick to it as much as you can, as consistent as you can, because when you do that, you'll see, you'll wake up. Honestly, I was shocked. I was over 21 stones. I was 22 stones. And I started going to the gym. I started losing weight. I used to wake up, see new things happen to my body. I used to be like, whoa, no way. I've got a line in my arm. No way I can see this, because I was so overweight. I never even knew these things existed in my body. I just thought, yeah, I'm just a Teletubby and I'm always going to be like that. And it just requires those 4 steps. And I'm so surprised that so many people don't talk about these things. Personal trainers don't talk about this. I see so many people miss these things out. I'm not sure it's because it's like a saying, you don't know something until you've been through it yourself. And trust me, if you go through those 4 steps, as I said, start from your mind, then substitute slowly, and then adapt, and then be consistent. Those 5 main things I would give, and I'd say that is the crucial thing for anything. If you have goals, if you have this weight loss journey, if you want to gain muscle, even if you want to literally get big, whatever this is, you need to put these principles in place. If you put these principles in place, you will succeed. And even if you don't fully get your dream, by the time you turn back and you see how much work you put in, you'll be so happy with that, because you'll think, oh my God, I've came such a long way. And that's the best thing all about it. And this is why I'm making these videos, so I can actually share this with anyone that needs a bit of guidance and some tips, to show that it can be done. You Anyone can do it. Anything is possible. Just believe in yourself, because you have to believe in order to achieve. And you can do this. I promise you that. And if you have any questions, you can feel free to leave any comments. And yeah, thank you so much. Like and subscribe.